Hey, it's Keeley, aka Dresage, and I just released a new song called Who I Am. It's fully self-produced, and I wanted to show you a bit of my process and sort of under the hood of everything I did, because I toiled over it for a very long time, so I hope you enjoy.
I've been sitting still while the dream is dead.
So the first thing about this song really is the chop that I built the verse around, but first I want to show you this intro thing that I made. There's a great program called Arcade, and it's made by Output. They have these great little loops, so I think I probably found this loop, probably messed it up, and then printed it to audio. You can hear that I was doing panning left and right. 1, 2. I had this Prophet thing that I was making, and I have it sidechained with Kickstart. You can hear that's moving around in the panning too. It's getting more intense as it goes up. And then I had this vocal chop. One day I was just like, I'm going to make something weird and print it all to audio, and that's going to be my intro. It's got Valhalla delay. Looks like the mix is going up. And then I have this JViews splice sample reverse crash. And you can see that this is up at this pitch and then down an octave. So that's the intro. And then we go on to this kind of crazy thing that basically I wrote the song around. So the backbone of this verse is this kind of weird like vocal pattern that I was hearing, but it's So it's all very like offbeat, upbeat. And I was hearing it as this 2-part harmony. Here are the 2 parts. So we have primal tap. I have some filtering going on. I'm doing some saturation with Decapitator, some compression after that. I have this cool chorus plugin from Universal Audio. Doing some more cleaning up, just cleaning up the low end. And then I have this Valhalla verb that turns on in a throw, and it's panned all the way to the right. It's like a burst of verb, and then it turns right off. So this whole song is pedaling on C, essentially, in the verse. There's no chord changes really happening. I had these parts. I probably pitched them around to find these different little melodies within here. And you can hear the rhythm changing where it's like, dun, 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 what. So that's just audio chops. There is quite a long verb happening. The verb is being sidechained to a quarter note. Kind of want it to feel a little more percussive. So then I will add percussion, but I pitched it to sort of follow this melody so that it could tuck under these vocals, but also kind of follow this very, subtle melody I'm trying to spell out. There's some noise on that. And so together, it adds a bit more of the transient of the attacks of these. I made a sampler of my voice and sort of played around a bit of melodies. And it's just got a long Pro R reverb on it. So that's really just doing the same melody, but it's an octave up and it's giving a little bit of sheen, especially because it's got this ethereal verb on it. Something I love doing is just making something wah, 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 off, mute. I love muting things. I love space. You know this about me if you've watched anything I've talked about before. The other very central part of this is this dana. It's very consistent dana, but it's actually a pitched tom that is like very heavily distorted. This is kind of like the world that I created to hold you in this verse, and it's pretty simple. It's really just an offbeat little vocal melody just holding down this like pedaling C verse vibe. Oh yeah, so this is like a little return of the thing that was in the intro. It's just got a bunch of Valhalla delay on it. So something that's pretty consistent about my production within this EP specifically, but also just in general, is sort of this like love of mixing electronic drums and live drum kit. These are sort of the electronic drums that I built the song around. So that kick is pretty pitched. It's got a big verb. You can hear me muting the reverb tail. This is sort of a like hip hop snare something. As you can hear, the kick, I think this is probably a couple samples combined, so it's... the distortion is creating all of these harmonics or something that's creating a tone more so. I found that to be, I'm assuming that's a C in the key of my song, and added a long reverb tail. I have this clap. I really love like super dead claps. I think this is a sample. Maybe I layered some of myself, but just like, I love when they're really dull and very intimate sounding. This is my kick sample that I created basically the whole pattern with. And I think I had a lot of trouble with this because it was quite tubby. You can see I'm doing some dynamic compressing on this around 100 hertz, cutting out some super lows because I also have this sub bass that is taking up a lot of space. The first half of the chorus sounds like this. So let's take out the live kit. This is just programmed drums. How much longer till I know who I am? This is the second half of the chorus. So I've got a second snare I've layered in. And that's what it gets together. Got a chorus hi-hat. This is my mix of my live kit. Using a lot of the room kit, the overhead mics, and these crunch mics. I'm really using this drum kit to get the air of the cymbals and the movement of the player. This mono mic that was thrown up 3-4 feet in front of the whole kit. We, in the session, were running it through a distressor or something similar, so it's coming in really distorted. Crunch mics is what we call them. They're a pretty accurate depiction of what the kit sounds like. But then when you mix in a little bit of this crunchy mic, you get another sort of like cool texture. I just brought in like the mastered, done, mixed live kit stem that is on the record, and you can hear how much it transforms. This is just the live kit. Ooh, there's new verb happening on that last chorus. Ooh. So yeah, really a lot of it is playing this like harmony game between your electronic drums that, for me, I write the song with, and then I am adding a live kit. So there's left, right, left, and this is left, right, digga, digga. That's all creative automation. So this is a tom roll thing, and this is a weird rock crag. I think that like reverb, that like very short space you hear is like natural echoing in, I want to say like a little canyon or something. Anyways, use nature in your recordings, guys. It's very fun. This is on the 2 of each measure. Every other one. 40 hours have gone by. Ooh. This is Tamir Barzilay. He is one of the best drummers I've ever known. A huge part of this song is also the sidechain. The bass is sidechained, the vocals are sidechained, all the synths are sidechained. And so I'm just creating this pattern, dun, 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 and everything is reacting to that. So when I put a compressor on whatever I want to sidechain, I can know that if I go drum rack, SC kick, I know that's my sidechain trigger. So that, my friends, is Who I Am. Production, tutorial, deep dive edition. The song is out everywhere. The music video is out everywhere. I'm really proud of this song. I spent a long time producing it and writing it all myself. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.